Nevertheless, going on to the political part of the podcast, you have Vivek interviewing James O'Keefe, and as the youth might call him, I know he's really called O'Keefe, but it sounds cooler the other way. Nevertheless, has a little whole interview on him, and you have a little clip of it going viral. And if you have any technology or suggestions for in-production software, we'd greatly appreciate it. I've tried a couple, still having issues working out the kinks. So suggestions are appreciated in the comments. Now, looks like he does have a little text before the tweet video, and Vivek says, quote, "The best measure of the health of our republic is the percent of citizens who feel free to say what they actually think in public. Fear has become infectious. Courage rather can be contagious too." And he actually tags James O'Keefe. So without further ado, go ahead and get that playing going.
I think miracles can happen, tides can turn, and I think that what I've seen in the work that we've done, I'm a bias towards the work that I'm doing. Most recently in New Jersey this past week, we did a few stories on school boards. Every mother in every municipality is contacting me and wants me to go to her school and give a hidden camera. And I think that's a really beautiful thing. I think that's a hopeful thing.
It is.
And I think more people than would admit agree with someone like you and what you're saying, but they're afraid to say it.
Yes.
So the majority of, so it's like the Soviet Union. Like, are we going to just cow down in our homes and be afraid to say the truth and lie to our children so that we can survive at any price? Or are we going to be brave?
Mm-hmm.
And being brave means sacrifice. It means, the founders said, lives, fortune, sacred honor to each other. More people agree with us than don't.
Mm-hmm.
They're just afraid to admit it. And that still keeps me as an optimist and keeps me as a hopeful person. And I think the tide can turn if people know what's going on, if they know what's happening at the IRS and the FBI, if people could see what's happening inside schools, inside government bureaus, and how they talk about you, the taxpayer. If they could see that for themselves, it would change people's whole perceptions, and it would save the country, I think.
I think so too, and I think the reason it would save the country is that 80% of people or more in this country would have the same reaction, which is not what we're taught to believe, right? You know, we're taught to believe we live in a divided partisan time, and, you know, somebody, 50% of the country is going to agree with one thing and 50% another. I don't see it that way. Not in the kinds of questions that you're putting your finger on the pulse of, which is just straight up corruption, lying, dishonesty. I mean, I don't know whether you're Democrat or Republican or left wing or right wing or what you thought in the Iraq War or high taxes or low taxes, but you want to know the truth about what Pfizer is or isn't saying about the vaccine. You want to know the truth about what your media is or is not telling you about an organization that's getting boatloads of federal funding in the name of promoting civil rights in the form of the Acorn example. And so I think that when it comes to the basic values, right, free speech, honesty in government, self-governance as opposed to elite aristocracy, most Americans agree on the basic rules of the road.
Unfortunately, I don't know how many. He says most Americans believe in that. Unfortunately, I think that's part of the issue why there's so much political conflict these days. Is I don't think everyone is on the same core beliefs and foundations anymore, unfortunately. Let me know if you think different. Now, looking
I
at
am an optimist.
good old Twitter, always replaying the video really quick. Looking at the comments, looks like got of the 128,000 people who viewed the video, about 2,115 liked it. In terms of the top responses, one's from Molly Pitcher saying, quote, well, it's a meme, but nevertheless I'll read it. It says, "Take Ukraine money and send it to Maui." This person got 7 likes. Let's see. Someone by the name of Oscar Herrera said, quote, "If you can say what you want to say, that is actual freedom. Many countries can't do this. America is quickly losing it," unquote. That person, Free Pother, coming in at 11 likes out of 425 views. Someone did respond to him saying, this person, their name is literally, it's not rocket science. That person said, "Amen to free speech," got 2 positive likes from it. And it looked like to be the main top responses. Let's see here. Mr. Rob Parker tuning in saying, quote, "75% government cut is what you'll win on. Let's go," unquote. And he got 6 likes out of 240 views. Let's see. I keep scrolling through. It seemed to be overwhelmingly positive let's see. No. So it looks like a pretty positive message, Ed. Again, something that kind of differentiates Vivek from the rest of the competition. He's doing a lot of these unique interviews with interesting folks and really embracing social media like the other folks are not. Well, the debate it really is how much does that translate into actual votes? That's going to be the telling thing as we go to the primaries. How many people are resonating with this? How many people are tuning in to social media? And there's some people, depending on the demographics and who you're appealing to on a voter perspective, maybe they just don't care about it in terms of social media engagement. So it'll be interesting to see. Well, let me know in the comments. Do you think, have you gotten to the point where you're scared to share your opinion? I know some companies who will get fired if you just share your opinion. Even if you just like something on Twitter, people are losing their jobs because they like a meme. Do you think that should be a bigger concern for Americans? And do you think that trend is accelerating and even increasing? I can't help but think it certainly seems to be accelerating and increasing. I hope more people stand up. It'll be interesting to see what time shall tell. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in today. I know I'm ambitious. We're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of September. So if you can click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, don't forget to take the time to comment. The feedback is greatly appreciated. Trying to make the show better and better, whether it's finding a software together that'll work for picture-in-picture, or trying to slow down my pace of speech and working my enunciation. Thanks to you, I know that's an issue that I'm constantly working on and striving to get better. But at the end of the day, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.